Здравейте, кетч фенове! Вие сте с Sky Sports, а в този клип ще започнем кариера на MyRise. Този клип ще бъде началото на нашата нова поредица и може би ще направим едно мачле или тренировка. Нека да започваме.
So this is it. Day one of training at the WWE Performance Center. As you can see, it looks like everyone heard I was coming and decided they'd be better off staying home. This is cool, but there's no way my journey ends here. I'm going to WWE and then straight to the top, where I make sure that...
What are you doing? You're an hour and a half early for your orientation.
I was just... checking out the facility?
There'll be plenty of time for that later. How did you even get in here?
Guy up front let me in.
Oh, big guy with the mustache? Kinda sweaty?
Yup.
Well, that's Todd's final strike. Hope he enjoys early retirement.
I tried showing him my ID, but he said it wasn't necessary. And then he told me to walk right in. I mean, I get that I look like I belong here, but the guy's clearly not cut out for the job. If it were up to me, I'd fire him.
Thanks for your input. Anyway, you're going to need to fill out your information on this and sign a bunch of waivers before you can begin training today. And when you're done with all that, there's actually a fun part. You get to design your wrestling gear in case you become a WWE superstar.
You mean when I become a WWE superstar?
Yeah, sure. Wait, have you been filming this entire time?
Is that a problem?
Filming's not allowed in here without prior consent, which you should have been told by security. Frickin' Todd. Turn it off, please.
Добре, трябва да си изберем бекграунд. Проатлет. Мец не исках, така няма. О, актьор. Сега трябва да си изберем клас. Страйкър няма да бъде. Не, може би. Нека да ги разгледаме всичките. Хайфлайер. Дали са дори примерчета. Powerhouse. Може би все пак страйкър. Обаче не мисля, че трябва да сме... Да, така. Не, може би направо heavyweight. Точно така. Нека все пак да сме страйкър, а не Powerhouse. Така, ето това е крайният вариант на нашия кичит. Когато го завърших, това е нашето ринг ателие. Сега ще ви покажа и как ще изглеждаме, когато ходим към ринга. По абсолютно същия начин. Обаче сме хвърли един потник с надпис Sky на гърба. Така ще се казва и нашият кичист. Ето това са нашите данни. Ние сме актьор, бивш. На ринга сме страйкър. Това са бонусите и характеристиките, които имаме. Нека да започваме.
You done with all that yet?
Just finished. It takes time to design a look like that.
I've seen worse.
So now what? Should I go wait at the front desk with you until it's time to start?
Front desk? What do you think I do here? I'm Corey Klein, head recruiter and occasional babysitter of people who don't follow instructions and show up way earlier than they're supposed to.
Oh, that Corey. I guess when we were emailing, I just saw your name and assumed that... You know what? It's nice to meet you in person finally.
Go get changed. Then head over to the gym. The other trainees who started last week should be showing up soon. And to clear up any potential confusion on your end, they are men.
Got it. Thanks.
Добре.
Hey, new guy, right? I'm Hector Flores. Welcome to the PC.
Thanks.
Благодаря
I'm excited to
много.
get going. Especially since I heard you started last week.
Started here, at least. I've been training in wrestling for years before this. It's part of growing up in Mexico.
Are you from one of those famous wrestling families?
No, where I'm from, you were either into wrestling or football. Sorry, soccer. I chose wrestling.
Da.
I've always been a huge fan of wrestling and wanted to try it. I just kind of got sidetracked with Hollywood for a bit.
I can see how that relates to wrestling, but how'd you end up here?
Искам да сме по-големи от скалата, със сигурност.
I want to be bigger than The Rock. He was a WWE champion and then became one of the biggest movie stars in the world. I'm going to do the same thing, but better, since I already have the entertainment experience.
So you're here to be bigger than The Rock? Or because all your acting gigs dried up?
I'm also here to beat up nobodies, like you.
We'll see about that.
Добре, нека да поговорим с... Има още двама.
Hey, who are you?
First day training here. It's nice to meet you in person. Since I transitioned from entertainment to wrestling, I've been watching a lot of your matches from Japan. And when I heard you were here, I couldn't wait to get in the ring with you.
Yeah, well, you better act fast since I don't plan on being here too long.
Why is that?
Because they should have never sent me here to begin with. I don't belong in the same place as someone just crossing over from acting or some stupid former mascot. If you haven't met that goon yet, don't bother.
Don't underestimate me just because I'm new to this. Besides, I wouldn't be the first wrestler to make the jump from entertainment.
Yeah, well, I kind of wish you were the last. You talk a good game, but when this is over, you'll be running back to whatever crappy movie or TV show will hire you.
I've never run away from a challenge, and that's not going to change now. I look forward to proving you wrong.
Добре, нека да видим. Този май е най-голямата работа. Да видим и последното. Мислих поне, че е последния.
I heard you were starting today. Big fan.
Thanks.
Thanks. What do you like? My movies? The reality TV? My live streams?
No. Actually, that old commercial you did where you're stuck on a Ferris wheel and you really have to go number 2? Hilarious. Anyway, I'm actually crossing over from another line of work too. I spent some time in minor league baseball.
Really? Who'd you play for?
Well, I wasn't a player. I was actually a mascot named Ribby. But I was around a ton of good athletes.
Oh, okay. Well, that counts for something, I guess.
The best part of the job was they used to have indie wrestling shows at the stadium all the time, where I got to rub elbows with legends like Jerry the King Lawler. He found out I was training on the side as a wrestler and actually helped me get a shot here. Not that I couldn't have made it on my own.
Even if Lawler helped get your foot in the door, you wouldn't be here if you weren't talented. I'll see you out there in a bit.
Sounds good, buddy. Oh, and before I forget, can you sign something for me before you leave today?
Sure. Just as long as you don't sell it online.
Ah, well, then you know what? I can get it some other time.
I'm just messing with you. If you can make a few bucks, then good for you. And literally, it might only be a few bucks. See you out there, Jason.
I'd like to officially welcome our newest recruit to the start of his WWE journey. The rest of you've heard this speech already, so we'll try to make it quick.
On our first day, he did the whole ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages thing. It was awesome.
We'll do the talking, Chase.
I was just telling him about your cool DX intro you did.
Chase!
What Road Dogg was getting at is we are going to give you the foundation to succeed in WWE. What you do with it is up to you.
Keep in mind, you will be judged at all times. The big man in the sky is always watching.
Not that big man. There's a camera up there with a live feed that goes directly to Triple H's office in Stamford.
The coaches and PC staff certainly have input, But ultimately, he'll decide when the time's right to bring the GMs from NXT, Raw, and SmackDown here so you can showcase your talents.
I'm ready for that now.
Yeah, we know you think that, but it's not your call, big shot.
Okay. Now that all that's out of the way, we're gonna start with some one-on-one matches to see where everyone's at.
All right, new guy, since it's your first day, we'll let you choose who you want to face.
Да си изберем някого. Така, кой беше оня на хакания? Няма да е Чейс, той беше най-печения. Поне така. Този беше май. Нищо.
Okay, let's get started.
Добре, започваме. Не избрах най-нахакания. Той беше печен, ама нека да го видим на ринга. Така. Добре, добре. Готов е. Дали ще падна от един финишър? Бомбата на Батиста, бомбата на Кай. Хайде сега туш. И това беше първата тренировка. Или... Дигна се, добре, добре. Сега вече може би малко го загадихме. Се качим нагоре. Брутално. Втори опит. Няма да стане така. Очевидно ще убием до втория финишър. Направо го размазваме. Хектор. Добре. О, сега. Има два финишера. Най-вероятно ще направи единия. О, айде, 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 айде. Добре. На малко беше. Не знам дали знаете, обаче ако загубим, губим, няма втори опити. Вдигаме го и го приключваме. Айде, Хекторе. Със сигурност беше доста стабилен. Първи опонент. Но приключи. Няма как. 1, 2, 3. Добре. Така, мисля, че това беше. Фейс сме. Така исках да започнем. Защото е много по-готино да сме започнем като фейс и след това да търнем хил. Така че сега ще идем да дадем уважение на Хектор. Добър матч направихме. И това ще бъде от този първи епизод. Надявам се да ви е харесал.
You think Triple H was watching?
Who knows? He's a busy guy, but I wouldn't worry about that. Focus on what you can control here. And now that I know what you're capable of, I'll be focused on beating you next time we face each other.
I look forward to...
Това беше. Както казах, просто исках да приключи разговора с Хектор. Ще се видим в следващия епизод на MyRise или на MyGM Mod. Довиждане и лека вечер. Благодаря ви за гледане. А ако искате да подкрепите канала, може да се абонирате, да оставите лайк и да цъкнете камбанката за още много клипове.